Lotus to Alpine challenge, which brings us to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. We've had an indifferent run of races in the middle of this season, the 2014 season, as we're getting closer and closer towards the final third of this particular part of the challenge, where we get through the Lotus phase. Obviously, 2015 is a whole different car, much more different dynamic, but right now we're focusing on trying to get the team P6 in the championship, ultimately after realising it was going to get a little harder to achieve more than just a point in a Grand Prix. We've probably punched above our weight a little bit, picking up a couple of points finishes and an amazing podium in Germany. So we were close, I should say we were close to points in Hungary, and well, something happened there, but I'll leave that for your viewing pleasure and as to how that transpired. We didn't do all that badly in Belgium, but didn't do much better there either. So coming into this race, we're at a limbo in the season. 20 points, 11th in the championship, and the team only 3 points behind Force India in the constructors. It's going to be a hard graft, but we'll hope to see if we can get the car into a competitive position this weekend. So let's see what happens. You have to bear with me, by the way. I have been a little bit ill, so coughing might be a little bit more prone in these episodes. As I like to do, I never edit them. I just stream them as I stream them. Whatever happens, happens. I have restarted once in the series, so one can wonder how this will go, but Monza is a different beast altogether, and I wouldn't want to imagine how that will go.
What a drive by Nico Rosberg.
Oh,
He's got the fastest lap of the session and is on pole position for tomorrow's race.
Definitely. He really has pushed himself and the car to the limits today, and he was duly rewarded. It was such a wonderful result.
Both Force Indias in the top 10. Oh boy. Got to remember that this is the 2014 car. It's not as quick as most of the teams in the midfield, and that midfield in 2014, in the first year of the hybrids, they were quite the beasts to handle.
It's Sunday afternoon here at Monza, and you're in for a treat at this classic Formula One track.
Oh.
Welcome to the Italian Grand Prix.
It's raining! For God's sake. It's raining. This will not be good. Intermediate tyres right the way to the end, so we have to hope that the race comes to us rather than us going to the race. We're away at Monza. Goodish start to begin with. How many spots can we get into turn one? I mean, I'm not going to take too many risks if it means I get through the Grand Prix. Well, we've made it through turn one, which is the most important part. Getting around the rest of the lap and race is the much trickier task. Some front wing happening. Understeer, so bad on the brakes. This is not going to be an easy race. Especially because I am on fast revs so early, but I've got to do it if I'm going to make something happen in this Grand Prix. The rear of the car was really struggling through Ascari. Weather report? Weather forecast.
Couldn't receive that. Repeat the message.
Weather forecast?
Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay.
Depressing. So we've not had the best first lap, but we're not out of the race, but we are considerably far
Keep
back
focus.
from
Everyone's struggling in these conditions.
where I would want to be at this stage of the Grand Prix. Just have to work hard getting past some of the cars around the tail of the field to begin with, and see if we can make a bit more headway through the midfield when those guys pit. I've also got to avoid mistakes because I think a dry race would have suited me better, but this wet race scenario, particularly without a crossover, is going to make things just a little bit more difficult. Yeah, 21st out of 22, not the best of starts. First guys sometimes start back shortly.
This light rain is going to be with us for a while now.
We're going to have to suffer with the weather. Rosberg is the fastest in getting shot. There they are, scrambling between one another. It's Bianchi, I think it's with one of the Toro Rossos. They've been fighting. Grosjean much higher up the field in this race. I think he's in the top 10 at the moment. 12 at the start.
Gaining a second per lap on Bianchi. Gutierrez is lapping a full second slower than you. A full second slower.
Right. Verne has slowed up these guys in real trees. Yes, I know most corner names on the old circuits, just because I'm a nerd. Curva Grande next. Normally you take this 180 miles an hour. I'm going to select my problem in a minute. We're going to then go into La Roja.
Bianchi is next. Look for a chance to make a move.
A tricky one in the dry and just as tricky in the wet. And then the Lesmos. Lesmo Uno. Yeah, oh, tight corner into Lesmo 2. No, I've understeered. That's going to keep the position, but an understeery moment means I lose ground on the caterhams. And that, I think it's Fiat in the Toro Rosso is getting away from me.
Rosberg's out in front.
Bollocks. That. Oh, no, no, no.
Hamilton has just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
Yeah. Stuck at the back at this stage of the race. Bumped wheels with Gutierrez. I've hit him twice in the race now. Where is he? Why is he going so far off the circuit? I can't have his slipstream for some reason. I've got it. Just about. That was a hairy moment. He was driving around like a madman down the right, deep on the right hand side, close to the wall, so I couldn't get any of his slipstream. And then I've got literally nowhere, almost nowhere to go going into the Rettifilio. Right, well, I've dispatched him, hopefully for the last time in this race, at least. Next will be next into this Lesmo. Done. Now we've got Kobayashi and Bianchi next. Basically fed Ericsson to Gutierrez. He'll enjoy having a nice time battling him.
25% of our starting fuel, so that's 3/4 left. The car should be feeling a bit lighter now.
Oh, that is a massive corner cut. I've got some grip. Kobayashi will be made mincemeat out of in this into the parabolica. And Bianca probably gets before I even get the straight. So we've now, it feels like we should have done it earlier. Got past these guys. That motion. hopefully, I should have cleared Bianchi. I say hopefully. Which was right there in my slipstream. So it's Jean-Eric Verne and then two cars are fighting ahead of him, going into Ascari that are next on the list.
Spur's really going for it. He's just put in the best lap of the race so far.
Pit stop.
Repeat that. There's interference.
Inform pit window.
Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. 9 laps to go.
Let's use this tyre. Weather forecast.
This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future.
So it does mean all those positions I had at the start are now practically worth losing all of them doesn't help in the slightest. So here we are then. Abusing the limits here, but that was to make up for a rather poor understeering moment going into the first part of La Roja.
We've burned off around 40% of fuel now, so that's 60% remaining.
Verne is not far away. A few folks are pitting. Yeah, that felt like hitting the curb then. A few of the folks are pitting, which I P16.
P16, 16th place.
Alright, thank you for telling me, I can see that. I mean, some of the cars, I think, are just doing it at one stop to go on fresh run.
Tyre temperatures are in the optimal range. The conditions are matching the tyres.
Terrible. So, let's go next. We have Chilton in France. And then I can see, well, Verne must have pitted, so that's why I don't have a Toro Rosso in front of me anymore. Definitely gaining a lot of time through there if I let it drip down a little bit into the second part. April Suited
Vassar is now the race leader.
pitting. Chilton is. Sutil isn't. Risking my team have said we're going to the end, so we're going to the end. I think going on to pressure run would be really fast. I wouldn't be able to get it's the track position that is a more concerning factor. P11, that's the highest I've seen on this. Championship Challenger been doing mediocre runs this season. I ran deep and I paid the penalty. That's not what I wanted to do. So I was just building the momentum to catch Shoothill. Alright. Weather report? What's saying?
We're seeing at least 20 minutes of light.
Okay, which didn't tell me anything.
Nice. I took a 4-second drive to the overtake. 4 seconds.
Driver in front.
Sutil is ahead of you. Just 1 second separates you. You're falling back by 1/10 lap. 5 laps till the end.
That was not good again. Should have understeered a dirty edge doing that.
Lotus is up in first place.
Past it. Good move. Up to 12th. Teammate is next. 4 laps to go, and I don't think points are out of the question.
Okay, this is Jeff.
God.
I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards will award you a penalty.
Taking the mickey out of those corners in a scar is probably
Okay, we've lost over half of our
more than what I would have anticipated.
down to 40%.
Of course, will be needed next time round.
There's about a lap's worth of spare fuel in the car. You won't be able to run in mix 3 for long with that much, but do burn it if you need to.
Three laps to go. 6 seconds behind Grosjean. And then there's another car up in 10th. I don't know if we'll catch the Force Indias today. It does look like, well, I did see one that was behind us, but that was at a minimum. I think Hulkenberg was that car. Three laps to go. Need to get to Grosjean at least. Hulkenberg is behind me on the track, so one Force India out of the points, the other is in them. Perez is there somewhere. He's in that last place position. Mind you, Hulkenberg is closing a gap.
You're 5 seconds adrift of Grosjean.
2.5 seconds. Over the line. He is very much in the hunt. While I am catching my teammates, he is closing the gap, is Hulkenberg.
You have a 2-second gap to the car behind. We need to keep it clean so he doesn't get a chance to overtake.
I'm in trouble. Now Hulkenberg's gonna get me. He will get me. If he's not, I will not catch Grosjean at this rate, because the way my tyres are going off, and also the fact I have taken the risks I have.
He's in a really bad state. We need you back in the pits this lap. Well, I think we'll call this race over.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. We are out at Monza. Losing the car, drifting it back onto the circuit, and then, well, I may have a hand in knocking Hulkenberg off. Both Force Indians were out of the points as well. Oh no. Let's have a look at it one more time. I think, yep, I do feel like could have left him significantly more room, or just turned out of the way. But I'm out. I take the fall from being a bit stupid.
The Williams team saw their man take the checkered flag in first place for a deserved victory.
It was a fantastic performance and one that they should be very proud of. Every part of the team pulled together to achieve today's result.
There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
Gutting. Another DNF in our challenge. It couldn't get much worse, could it? Stuck on 20. Magnussen's got a 6-point gap to us now. We still have 3 points between us and Force India, but it was not the best race, and it didn't end in the right way. We took out one of our rival cars. We stopped them from getting any ground, but not improving any of our chances in getting as a P6 in the end. So that's a missed opportunity. It can't get much worse from here, can it? We'll celebrate something very soon. I hope we will. So for now, that's the end of this episode. DNF at Monza. It's 2 DNFs now in the last 3 races. Oh, painful. We'll have to make do with that for now. But please, if you do enjoy the series and want to see more of it, I'll continue streaming through it, or drop a like and subscribe, as I will be doing more of this, and hopefully we get more rewarding results. But it's still P11 in the championship. We still have one major success to be proud of at the moment, but a long way to go in the season yet. So until the next one, thanks for watching and goodbye.